getting changes. I think it's getting, you know, fresh updates, and that's always fun to see.
My boy exists in the back for Heroic. A fellow DMX enjoyer.
Damn.
Number 2 Heroic versus number 41 Movistar Riders. The uphill struggle is real. It's going to feel like they're playing the Avalanche unless they can show their strongest game here versus Heroic. Starting on the T side, Movistar Riders. Misses the acronym. Would have gone with MOVI myself.
Yeah, that always throws me off.
Well, there's no challenge in that mid area just yet. Got 2 players waiting towards the A bomb site for the pistol for Heroic. Cadian's got a smoke and a flash. And Kevlar as well. So Yabi's dropped the utility and Julie's for Shush.
Whew.
But Stound's going to get pops in the head from Martinez. Lovely P250 shot. Oh, Tesses with the one tap. All right then. We've got a pistol round on our hands, looking for another one. Martinez hunting the P2T again. See the bomb making it towards the site, and the trades will continue. 1 minute on the clock, 3 versus 3. All the CTs are here, more or less. Not sure if all that utility's been deployed. I suppose it has. Cadian with 14 HP now. Julie's running distraction. Mopos being real careful. All about the headshots for the most part. That clock's ticking though. There isn't a kit in this round for Heroic. We can see Cadian's going for a flank with his 14 HP, but he better get moving because they're losing players on the bomb site. Cadian coming through. NaVi stuck in the corner, but they've got to get on that defuse. Cadian has to land the shot. NaVi moving forward, and he's surely done enough. We'll see. It's going to be a close one. I don't know if he's got it.
Oh, the fist bumps are coming out. Shush seems to think he has it. Oh man, I would not have been so confident, but they get it over the line. Shush gets back on the bomb just in time. That looked so good for Movistar Riders. They were delaying that retake. Cadian took so long on that flank, but Heroic play it to perfection. They have just enough time left to come through with the defuse. And now look at what they get in this next round. Solid rifles on the CT side, but Movistar Riders have a force buy of their own. Those Galils coming through in full force.
Super dangerous round. I love the setup from Heroic though. The only person that doesn't have a helmet has the MP9, switching the rifle he bought for the SMG so he can have that moving accuracy, trying to avoid those headshots. Good attention to detail in that respect. Yourself in the best situation possible. Unicorn means plus damage. Those are the rumors. So at this juncture, minute 20 on the clock here, Movistar Riders have got 3 smokes actually. So they've got enough for execute here. They've got a molly as well, but first they're looking to show some presence in this mid position. We can see Cadian jiggling, trying to get the most out of his smoke grenade. It's for him to stand here as well. Stound has to be aggressive through cave on the B bomb site. Otherwise, Cadian's back won't be covered. Flashes are coming through and down Cadian goes.
Nice opener there, and Shush decides to swing wide, but that costs him. Tesses now in Donut decides to just play behind the smoke. That means NaVi is in this advanced position, trying to cut off rotations. He snuck in, but Yabi's aware of the possibility. That's drawn them away from this B bomb site, though. So as the utility comes in from Movistar Riders, they might get a pretty easy bomb plant here.
Flank on the way eventually from Tesset. Yabi will try to show presence, run distraction in the meantime, but Alex is on the way. Tesset with a much better angle for that one. 3 on 2 now. Once again, there's no kit on the standing players. Mopos looking to flank, but Tesset is looking good in the meantime. Then that's the retake dealt with then. 3 players standing. I'm sure there'll be an upgrade for Stound's FAMAS as well. And they're off to the races.
They swept that under the rug real quick. Forget about it. Yabi and Tesses hit 2 headshots. And I think so far, Movistar Riders are doing a pretty good job at getting into competitive rounds. You saw the mid control there was solid. They get themselves into a winnable post plant. But that's where these Heroic players just seem to shine through with their individual ability. Look how clean some of these kills are from Yabi and Tesses. Fast headshots delivered. Movistar Riders are not giving up, though. They've got another force buy up their sleeve off the back of the bomb plant.
They're going to keep it going. The AK throughout this time. With a glow here and there, but there's big damage being taken in that mid position. Oh, that lineup was close. Got to be real careful about that one. I think maybe this is the most important position for the CT side. Because Down's position determines what the Heroic team are able to do in that mid area. So when he goes down first, surely this makes things hyper exploitable. Look at the rotation immediately from Heroic. That brings Kaden away from that mid position and forces Yabi to head back towards Donut. They've got to play much more defensively or put all their eggs into one basket. We can see Shush now will abandon the A bomb site essentially, positioning himself for a fast rotation towards B, which happens to be where the bomb is headed. But we can see that Sulsul is still lurking at present. He's got no utility really though, towards A. He's got to walk before he can run as well. So he doesn't give the sound cues away to Yabi in the Donut position.
Oh, this is some CT re-aggression. The timing just right from Shush. He will join TassS to help that fight, but here comes the push into the B bomb site. Shush still doing a solid job.
37 seconds on the clock. We've got two lurkers in mid now. They're about to find each other, and that will allow the bomb to rotate. TassS realizes what this means. Shush on the other side. We still have Alex lurking on that B bomb site, so Movistar have solved the problem here. Surely Alex gets a free kill. Oh, he's made a footstep, has he? TassS seems to realize. Now what do they choose to go? Shush is in T-spawn. I can't imagine they'll push for this one. Too far away. Shush has the kit, but in the 2v2, they don't have the position. Doesn't seem like they fancy it.
I feel like if I were Alex, I'd still be a bit tilted, even though I've won the round. But no, great mid-round call. Movistar Riders look like they've come into this with some solid prep, considering this is a map they haven't won in the last 3 months. That was a fantastic mid-round call. You pointed out on the minimap, Sulsul was lurking the whole time, and he won that one key fight. Spotted out the CT aggression as they were looking for info on that move they made towards mid. Just that one kill opens up the other side of the map entirely. So a really nice mid-round call there from Movistar Riders. And now Heroic are forced into an awkward position. This is why Movistar Riders kept going with those force buys. Even this buy from Heroic has some weaknesses. If Movistar Riders could win this one, they could instantly reset that CT economy.
Early smoke in mid from a T side. You can see the mollies on the radar as well, limiting where the CTs can go.
Wow, this could be a pace change. Movistar are so heavily stacked towards A.
Mopos gets the information here. That could be the green light. Shush is starting to wonder though. Lack of sound cues in that mid position. Yabi's here as well, but with the MP9, things will be awkward for him. Starting to stream in now. Yabi needs to play off of his teammate if he can, but they don't know the situation towards mid either, so Shush has to be concerned about the donut position. This is awkward for Heroic, to put it mildly. Reinforcements are on the way though, but I don't think they'll get there in time. Surely plays will fall first. Yabi not showing just yet. There's a nice pop though, nice burst with the MP9. Shush with 2, and this is collapsing really fast for Movistar Riders. Caught with a grenade in his hand, and down goes Mopos. Well then, they positioned themselves well. Looked a bit brittle, but Movistar Riders weren't able to really make some good inroads on that A bomb site after all.
Yeah, there's some of that patented heroic aggression you were talking about earlier on the CT side of Ancient. They get so much control towards B. They get that deep smoke down. They see it's clear. And then the great thing about Heroic is their site anchors are so reliable. And they have to be, because you see rounds like that where they have a massive push elsewhere on the map. You saw just how solid the hold was with the first 2 fights being won. Now look at what Movistar Riders are left to work with. Pennies, peanuts in this round.
Again, Stound's aggression unlocks the mid aggression for Heroic as well. TassS will have some work to do with this AK-47 most likely. Will Heroic start to push though? From that mid position. Oh, TassS sees a lot of targets, but too many Glocks coming his way. That flank has to come quickly now. Stound trying to at least stop them from rotating towards that CT side. They'll have to swing and trade, but Kaden is coming in from the back. Now leave them all cleared out. Nice urgency there. An important position as well there for Stound. If he could at least make sure that none of the T's get towards CT. That's so much information. Allows his teammates rotating through to focus on the site itself without being concerned about angles that don't matter. So very key. He keeps eyes on those as Cadian makes his way in.
Now, Stound's aim did look a little shaky, I have to say. Even though the outcome is fine, and obviously just surviving there and making sure you set up your teammate is solid. Stound is someone who I felt like for the longest time could be the player to become the real standout on this heroic roster. He's been around for so long, you kind of forget how young he is. He's only 20 years old. It feels like he's been around forever. But I would love for him to, at some point, take that next step and really take on some more responsibility on this team. Because I think everyone knows the talent he has. Then again, one of the nice things about Heroic is just how well-rounded the roster is. That's also a nice approach to success. It's looked decent for Movistar Riders. They just haven't put the pieces together to get too many rounds on the board yet. Maybe this is their opportunity to do that now. Full nades, full rifles, even the AWP for Martinez. See what they have cooked up for their first gun round.
I like the nades we're seeing from Movistar Riders. Oh, NaVi's going to get lost here, surely. Indeed he is. Awkward for Martinez. Trying to trade the frag, going through the smoke with an AWP. Not ideal. That leaves him with 3 instead of 4. And it shows the how important that position is for them, that he chose to take such a risk, which really neuters what else they can do. Now have a look at this. We've got Alex trying to buy time on the B-bomb site alone. Meanwhile, his teammates over towards A with the bomb. But things haven't worked out. Again, I don't even know if risk is the right word for that second player trying to go through in that mid position, but it shows the urgency. They don't feel like they can win the round if they lose that position. Is how I read that information. 1v3 then for Sorsal, but Stound is being proactive. Those jump up sounds can be heard by your opponent. Not everybody realizes that, but there would be a small clue there for Stound to make his job a little bit easier for him there.
Yeah, you've got to listen closely. They are definitely there. Nice headshot at the end on top of it. I think for Heroic, it was TeSS who actually got the flash assist on the mid fight, and he was over on the B bomb site. So it looks like the players on the bomb sites might be able to use some utility to help those mid fights. Here's another fast mid aggression. NaVi trying to line things up, but they're going to get into Donut early.
Shush has got a superior angle here, though. They're going to line up for him. He did get his bell rung, though. So there's a trade and an AK to be collected. Mopos might have some sounds here. Better have your headshots ready, though, with this Desert Eagle. Ooh. Spatial awareness from Heroic, thinning the numbers somewhat, but this is still a dangerous round. You can see Yabi trying to post up for rifle support to the AWP, and the bomb has been lost. Well, they just did the one frag then, which isn't too bad, really, at all for Heroic. Quite acceptable, in fact, as they look to build money for the rest of the half. Round number 8. Movistar Riders looking for their second round now. The AKs and the AWP come out once again.
It's definitely felt like a closer match or map than the scoreline is showing. But, you know, those silver linings only mean so much for Movistar Riders. See that instant mid-smoke that lands? Makes it pretty difficult for the CTs. Gabby still faking a flash through, but Heroic is stacked towards B instead. They're going to flash through into this position, and TeSS just takes the fight straight up. Great utility to isolate that opening duel.
What a play. We can see there's a response from NaVi running through that mid position, but Yabi is here with the off angle, simply waiting. Great utility usage from Heroic. That is definitely one to watch a demo of. The mollies that contained and separated Movistar Riders through those doors stopped them being able to respond, smoked them off, and left them stuck in this position where, again, their lurker Sorsal was trying to find something. But they must know he's a lurker, so they started to rotate, but I think the comms are there. The rest of the team needs to head there. There's not going to be anything happening immediately. They're still holding down things towards B.
And Heroic still have solid mid control, which is really valuable here for those fast rotations. I think Movistar Riders realize it's perhaps time to take that away from Heroic, but they're using utility in doing so. He spotted Yabi there towards the Jaguar position. 35 seconds remaining and 2 low health players coming Stound's way. Well, he would have been able to line them up. Instead, they'll go back to B, where they only have 1 smoke to try and enter this bomb site. It's not going to be easy here.
Martinez is still stuck behind the door. Basically playing support role with the AWP and the bomb. Doing his best Jame impression, but in a less than ideal situation. 8 seconds for that bomb to rotate into the site. And it's death by paper cuts for Movistar Riders as Sorsal tries to run away with 9 HP. It's going to be the longest save of his life if he makes it there. Yeah, oh boy. That was a sublime round from Heroic. That was absolutely beautiful. The execute, the push through B. And again, that's the aggression we're talking about. It's so hard to solve against Heroic on Ancient.
Yeah, there's almost part of me that feels like it's hardest for Heroic to get upset out of any team just because of these aggressions they go for. I just don't feel like the lower level opposition are ready to know how to handle plays like that are really well thought through. We've seen a couple of different CT setups from Heroic, sometimes going with multiple players aggressive towards mid. Now it's multiple players aggressive towards B. And it's starting to get to the point where Movistar Riders might get frustrated because it feels like you don't even get a chance to set up your round. That is the most irritating thing. You don't even get a chance to put all that prep into place when Heroic do that to you. So you can understand why they're taking a timeout here on the Movistar Riders side. They've also got to figure out what to do with this one saved AK. Do they want to force behind the one saved gun? Would not be a great buy if they went for it.
Man, I'm still marveling at that execute we saw from Heroic, but I'm also sad because I'll never have that level of coordination playing Counter-Strike. I guess it's a pipe dream having 2 people that know grenades on Ancient. But anyway. Movistar are definitely looking to win this round, not just do damage. You can see how many players are heading towards that A-bomb site already, but also with no challenge in mid, Shush is rotating over very, very quickly indeed. And again, the presence of mind and spatial awareness from Heroic is fantastic to see. Yabi getting more aggressive though, and further away from Donut. Maybe expecting distraction to be run. He'll show some presence there, but look at this, down from the B bomb site, already over towards A as well. Cadian picking up the slack from where Stound normally is. Shush avoiding the flashbang. Gotta get these kills though. 2 frags for Movistar Riders. They need to try and plant the bomb, but first they need to control the site. That job isn't done just yet. Got smokes up from both sides. A great lurk smoke for the CTs to defend behind. And also kills time for Movistar Riders trying to achieve their goals. Only halfway there at the moment. At this point, I think they need more frags before they can try and go for a bomb plant.
Heroic still haven't spotted them recently, but you've got to assume Heroic realize it has to be this A play. Salso gets the one trade, drops down, they know exactly where he is. It's another 1v1 fight, and now Cadian will try and do what he can. He knows the bomb is down, so Salso has to come to him. Flash is solid, but no more utility. He's got to get that bomb. He's able to recover it. No, he's not. He still can't get it, and so has to swing into the waiting arms of Cadian. That bomb just dropped in an awkward position for Salso, who gave it a good effort, but not enough for Movistar Riders.
He was on for the ace there, but I think most of the kills Movistar Riders I feel like they've got have been like Sorsal. I mean, almost all his kills are in that round, like half of them, but a lot of them have been like lurk kills, really. NaVi G is 0 for 8 after 9 rounds, for example. Alex has only got 2 frags on the board, so this is proving to be quite the challenge for Movistar Riders, which is of to no surprise. There's still time to turn things around though. The AKs are out once again, they've got more util, and You can see there's higher urgency in this mid position as they really try to fight for it.
And Movistar Riders have used 4 smokes towards this position to try and get this control. It's allowed them to cross safely past down. And they do seem to have that foothold on mid they were looking for. Now Martinez has found a pick towards mid. Yabi stuck around in towards Red Room. That could be the opener they're looking for, but they've still got to be aware of this AWP of Cadian. Oh, and he got past. I think he was spotted. That makes things awkward now. Cadian finally able to get one, drops a defensive smoke, and tucks back to safety.
The Sourcel lurking. There are going to be problems for Cadian. He's got the sound cues. I don't know if he saw the jump peek there. Maybe he'll go shotgun mode in the donuts in a moment instead. Heroic and Movistar Riders both getting information very, very quickly indeed. 45 seconds on the clock. Martinez, they're getting pre-fired by Tesses. That is a big catch. But has his destruction allowed Movistar to get into a better position? Bomb planted on the A bomb site as they spread out and try to take as much control as possible. Alex is certainly in a very good position, which allows the remainder to focus elsewhere. We've got a slow flank coming through from Cadian. He'll need to run off distraction of his teammates around that donut spot, but Sourcel is very focused on this. Again, so many sound cues coming elsewhere, and timing! He won't be ready for Sourcel, surely! Well, they've got half the information then, Heroic. Only Stown has a kit, but Tessis is the one touching the bomb. Down he goes. Down to Stown now to try and get this defuse in the smoke, maybe. Won't be able to do it. Second round on the board then for Movistar Riders. After all that junk thrown in that mid position, they finally get around on the board.
Yeah, and that was really nicely done. Just the pace of getting that player into top mid made a big difference there. It made it hard for the CTs to respond. And the timing was also good on that flank through Red Room after they got this mid control. Because Heroic were going for some of their aggression elsewhere. They were going for some aggression out through B. That's why there wasn't a rotate to cut off that flank. And now look at Movistar Riders. Everyone towards B early. Oh, Cadian caught completely.
Very big entry, and the CTs don't have the position. They were busy trying to control that mid area, so they have not got the spot. That smoke is going to be very problematic indeed, and there are still more mollies to come from Movistar Riders. There are kits here though for Heroic. Martinez with one more Molotov to throw. You can see being deployed there, so they're really having to bide their time, but they're still getting kills. 3 for 3, make it 2 for 2 as Martinez now finds himself behind the smoke as the last man standing. Hope you know your angles. Yabi is trying to cover down to the pistol. This is so awkward, but they've lost the sights after all. Martinez doesn't want to lose the AWP as well. A good start, but not the finish Movistar were looking for.
Yeah, I think a couple of those fights maybe should have been cleaner for Movistar Riders there. Navi G, welcome to the server. Got 3 kills on the round, including the initial opener. Once you get that bomb down in the 5-on-4, you feel like you should have a bit more utility to lock them out. And even just holding those angles should be effective, but not meant to be. Do they run it back, though? They're all towards B instantly again.
In they go, Stown with 2. Look how they've changed their setup, Heroic. Stown's not normally in his position, and look at the damage he is done. Very fast one indeed. Trying to catch Heroic off guard, but they don't keep the same setup from round to round. So that absolutely has not worked for them. No bomb plant either puts their money in a somewhat awkward spot, but the AKs will still be out anyway.
That's just a really nice read from Heroic. I feel like Heroic would have realized Movistar Riders were probably sitting out of that previous round and saying, damn, we probably should have won that one. We got into a 5v4 on the B site. They figured maybe they'll just run that same play again. They're much more prepared for it this time. Last time, Cadian got caught with a nade out. This time, Stown is basically playing anti-flash, ready to cut them down on that initial choke point. Now Movistar Riders forced to slow the pace down again.
They've got 3 players B ramp. They've got 3 players B ramp, and Stown I think is going to start shooting from the side once again. Yabi being entertained in the meantime. That'll deny him some info, but Stown's coming through from the other side. Movistar cannot control Heroic. Look at these peeks through the smoke. No respect being shown. 4v1, leaving Martinez at 15 HP. Full control. They are answering with a vengeance, Heroic. 11-2 on Ancients.
And it's not even the aim on the initial kills from Stown, it's just the positioning. And now he's starting to feel himself after a bit of a slow start relative to the rest of the squad. I think Morpoz tried to just force a fight through B ramp past the smoke, which is a high-risk, high-reward play. Didn't pay off for him. That's definitely the way Morpoz likes to play, though. He's a bit of a madman. Cadian's got this nice lineup. If you have that lineup towards mid, you can really do damage through the smoke as they try and funnel out into that position. Martinez has got past top mid. I'm not sure if Heroic are fully aware of it, but it might not matter. Yabi wins a further fight. So Martinez has a big flank that they're not ready for. But I don't know how he can turn it into the round win. And oh, Shush actually turns around. Now Martinez is screwed.
Brutality from round to round. I've got to say, Yabi's nade set at the beginning of that round was really, really sick. That Molotov came out so fast. But also the pop flash off of the wall above Donut to defend against the fast plays from Movistar. Like, everything's just connected very, very well and very efficiently there for Heroic. And stylistically, they're such a great team to try and bring the fight fire with fire, because they just rise like Ares. They just get stronger the more violent things become, especially on the CT side of Ancient. A tactical timeout from Movistar Riders before we head into the last round of the half. It has been a mountain climb for them, and they seem to still be at base camp for the most part. 12-2. Movistar Riders 10 rounds behind.
It is tough because towards the start of the half, I mean, in the first 5 rounds, Movistar Riders got 4 bomb plants. They just lost 3 of the post plants. And even in terms of opening duels, for example, they've had 6 opening kills throughout this first half. They probably should have got at least a couple more rounds on the board, but Heroic have just been so clean, so consistent when they need to be.
Yeah, the whole
they really
team
are
is
a team
juicing.
who I feel like have set the meta recently, Heroic. Yeah, I mean, that kill distribution is just, oh, chef's kiss.
Sneaking past. Thought he might try and punish a reload there. Oh, that is quite the grenade. So cheeky Stown's HE as well towards the ramp. Well, Cadian's been popped in a donut. That's a great entry. There's a Molotov being thrown in donut just to make sure as well. I never know if the rifle support is there. You can see Shush creeping now. More positive an angle though, so maybe there'll be one more round for Movistar Riders. You can see the bomb in donut. Tessus has got Stown for company as Yabi tries to hold on to A.
Playing from a pretty passive position, but SS might try and force through the smoke if the timing's right. Nade's coming in, Yabi forced to swing into the flames, and that means Movistar Riders have their opportunity to get their 3rd round here at the end of the half. It's only Stown against them, but they haven't got that bomb down yet. Stown still needs to be aware of a possible flank, but for now he's focused on the bomb site. He'll look to move in. Martinez covering this off. Not ready for the angle, but Alex is ready for the trade. 3 rounds at least for Movistar Riders, but still a long way to go for them here on their map pick. We'll see if they can put up a fight into the second half after the break.
Every time I touch a microphone, I'm at home. Every time I hear a metrodome, I get in the zone. Every time I get into the zone, I'm usually all alone. home. It's where the heart is, pop. It's where our art is. Usually goes the heart is, pop. It's where our art is. Showing them that you are hip hop. Long as you finish, doesn't matter where you started. I home. When I win, I'm alone. When the wind blows in and I won't lie. Oh, at home, I get home, go home, get home, go home, get home, go home, get home.
Look, so home is where the heart is, yeah. I said I'm in love with my hood, just know my love ain't lust. Hater said he had my chick, just know my broads ain't touch. Don't be snitching on my clique and get my dog caged up. Look for smoke and get you all blazed up like a chimney. Aggressive with the ace when I hit your face with the mini-me. Have to switch the place when I use the K on the enemy. I shoot it's automatic like bad habits and tendencies. All in the back, puffing the remedy. With a 9 on my lap, she like a 10 to me. I started from scratch, now the epitome. These rappers all my sons, y'all motherfuckers be kidding me. I'm smoking blunts out the Range Rover, the chain smoking. Dangerous, pretty ugly with Dracos if you ain't noticed. My hometown is a war zone and it ain't bogus. Fridge is filled with a gang of coke and it ain't soda.
When I win, I'm alone. When the wind blows in and I won't lie. Oh, at home, I get home, go home, get home, go home, get home, go home, get home. I go home when I win. I'm alone when the wind blows and I won't lie. Oh, at home, I get home, go home, get home, go home, get home, go home, get home. I go home when I win. I'm alone when the wind blows and I won't lie. Oh, at home.
Heroic doing what Heroic do best. They came into this series pumped up after their huddle, and they have not wasted any time starting strong here in Pro League. A 12-3 half in their favor on the map pick of Movistar Riders. And see if Movistar Riders can do anything to turn this round. They are now on that favored CT side, but they could really do with winning this pistol to have a chance here. And it's going to be a 4B stack early for the CT side. Heroic are coming out towards mid, though, and it is wide open.
You can see Tess's role is to be the punching bag, jumping into sights backwards to try and absorb the bullets, but remove his head from view. Sorcel's head will be removed from view by Shush. Bomb planted very quickly. At least the attempt is there. It will be successful. Mopos standing in the smoke. We know how this normally goes. Oh my days!
What?
3 frags from Mopos. They took so long to realize he was there. That has really turned things around, but there's more work to be done. Shush in a 1 versus 2 as Yabi has been lost. Got a decoy to use as a fake flash. Swings into CT's flash. Takes one in the face as well. Somehow still alive, but for how long? Alex trying to defend the bomb plant. Do they have a kit? I don't think they do. So it's going to be a long one. Alex is able to body block and get that final kill. That is a much-needed pistol round 1. Great praise to Mopos, though. Blumenek, that was something.
Yeah, listen, this is the Mopos I know and love. He's an absolute madman at times, but like sometimes you need that. Sometimes you need a guy to just sit in the smoke and say, screw it. I'm just going to hope they overlook this possibility. And man, oh man, did Heroic overlook that possibility. With that bomb plant, though, the buy comes through, and in terms of premium rifles, Heroic are doing better here. They've got 2 AKs out into this round. Team Movistar Riders going for some CT utility of their own. They've got this smoke down and an incendiary behind it. Even more aggression from Mopos. That is some great control early from Movistar Riders.
Great indication as to what might be to come in this half as well. Though I think we're going to see a dangerous Heroic on the T side later on once we get into the deep waters. But we definitely see some promise here from Movistar. I think the T side will certainly be easier for them. So hopefully they can answer the question on whether or not they won enough rounds.
The
On their
bomb is
T
back
side.
towards B here, by the way. Just keep that in mind. As we get a full A execute at the ready. What is the plan here from Heroic?
Yeah, how much do they commit to this site? They need to get a... Surely they've got to commit to getting a kill with 5 players on the board, but it's thinking you're not seeing anything just yet. There's plenty of time, however. Martinez has been spotted. He may feel somewhat trapped in the corner there, but he manages to escape. Once that donut smoke goes, what in the blazes is going to happen? 2 players now moving towards the B bomb site, but Movistar have not moved a moment. Heroic are trying really hard to get a kill here, and they haven't been able to do that. Movistar have denied them. That's allowed them to keep plays in spot, and now they know where the bomb is, and Cadian is in a very bad position indeed.
It's just so hard to take this fight straight up. He had a smoke, but couldn't really use it. mousesports starting to show up now. Lovely triple from him in this round. And Movistar Riders, I think, deserve some credit for that round. I feel like some underdog teams there could well have just full rotated or at least left only one player towards B in a precarious position. But they don't overreact. They don't let it get too hectic for them. They keep players towards B. Clearly are aware that Heroic could have some tricks up their sleeve. God, the gut knife is just not... It's not the one to SS. I know it looks like the green is nice, but...
Maybe if he matched it with a glove or something.
Yeah, it could be better.
The slaughter is goated. It was the first knife iron boxed.
Damn.
Gut knife slaughter. My mate opened a stat track one, and we did a swap, and I gave him some money.
Very nice.
And it went to it. Well, that's a big opening from Heroic. They have a well, they had a hero rifle. Now they've got 2. That is such a promising start for them, and they're not going to wait around at all. Sourcewell is on an island, takes one in the face immediately, and we have urgent problems for Movistar on Ancient.
This is what Heroic are so good at. Oh, jeez, mousesports, what are you doing, my man? Get that unbound instantly. I don't know what you're taking that silencer off. This retake is a must win, but it's not happening. Oh, it's like Heroic were the ones with the full buy there, with how clean they won that round. That is 1 AK of TSS doing absolutely everything. And that's something that Heroic are so good at, setting up those trade frags. They have some of the highest trade percentage stats in the world. They showed it there with the hero AK. And now Movistar Riders, unfortunately, have themselves a bad buy. And they can't afford a bad buy at this stage in the map.
That pendulum went to the other side super, super fast, and it seems to be magnetized by Heroic. I'm not sure if it's coming back. Movistar very light on util. But look at the utility Heroic have to push Movistar back if they need to. They're concentrating their efforts, the CT side, on this B bomb site with what little they have. Minute 20 on the clock. They have 1 flash and 1 incendiary, Movistar. That's about it. Lacking in fragging power as well. Really rough position for them.
Maybe they will go for some aggression here with so many numbers towards B on the Movistar Riders side. And this could go one of 2 ways for them. The flash is at the ready. Great headshot from NaVi G. He makes it a second. Somehow, Movistar Riders finding a way in with their early aggression. But they're not ready for Yabi, and he lines them up in reply. Just when they thought they could get out safely, Yabi is the boa constrictor keeping them in. And Cadian even finds that kill on the lurk. Because if you go through the smoke, as he does, he's a dead man. I feel like you've got to be ready for Moppos around those smokes. Yabi clearly was. And Heroic able to keep themselves in control. They don't fumble.
That's so unfortunate for Movistar Riders. That flashbang was worth, I don't even know how much. They got so much out of it, but on the rotation back, it cost them everything in the end. And things go, they just get even worse now. They had the FAMASs, all those FAMAS have disappeared onto the Desert Eagles now. And hey, sometimes it works out with the freedom afforded by your lack of a primary weapon even. But I don't fancy their chances, especially against the Heroic, with all the tools they need so well synchronized as well, as we saw on their CT side, starting retakes on the pistol round, being consistent afterwards. Have a look at these angles.
They're going to be patient here, especially with Yabi behind that smoke. Cadian is even extending a tentacle over towards that A side. Salso will land a shot though. It's been pretty solid when he's been left by himself. He is going to be traded on this occasion. And oh, a swing from Alex. That's what TassS was waiting for. As soon as Cadian activates, as soon as they see some info elsewhere, the swing comes into his crosshair. Now Heroic have that man advantage. Looks like they want to end on A.
Beautiful smoke. That came in from mid as they rotate in through Donut. Mopoz drops again, making a play through the smoke. It's all desperation at this point. 20 seconds, NaVi spots the bomb. The urgency rises, but Martinez on B with a scalp. Nothing you can really expect to do here. Try and loot, essentially. But it's going to be game point for Heroic. Very quickly indeed. CT side quickly turn into a disaster. And Movistar Riders have not been able to catch up with their economy. Just worse and worse every round. Heroic exploiting. Fully kitted out with their util and so on. And again, just way better synchronized, and it shows. It shines for Heroic on Ancient.
Yeah, they have been shining. Heroic looking very good right now. I feel like Mopoz is in somehow related to Stewie 2K with how much he's pushing the smokes. The Spanish Stewie. That's what I'm going to call him from now on. Because he loves to go for those plays. But I think Heroic have started to catch on to them now. Yeah, what a solid performance here for Heroic. Not a map they even play all that often. They've only played it 4 times in the last 3 months. They only played it once at Katowice and got pretty comprehensively beaten by G2. That was in that grand final. Clearly they have put some work in to improve it. And here comes an A execute. They want to finish this fast.
Storming into the site. NaVi's got 2. And he's still alive for now. Mopo's been dropped in the meantime. TassS trying to control some more space. That smoke proving a problem. One in Donut for good measure as well. Got to get that bomb dropped quickly though. Down will be dropped now. Shush of 6 HP. And TassS to find 3. 1 versus 3 now as TassS remains alone. Waiting for Sorcel. Shows some elbow on the reload though. And here comes the charge from the CT. NaVi. Trade frag is there from Alex. Movistar Riders will hold on. Some AKs to be collected. They'll need every single thing they can find. Every piece of utility as they try to spread the wealth, what little there is, as they get to round number 6.
I feel like Heroic just testing something a little different, seeing how the A execute instantly would work for them. But a pretty solid hold there from NaVi, working around this smoke nicely. Saw Heroic kind of caught, trying to switch to some nades themselves. That was a really nice deagle shot from NaVi. So maybe a chance for Movistar Riders to start to build slightly. There's no M4A1S here for Movistar Riders, so they can't really play behind that top mid smoke. I think that's why they've used these 2 incendiaries on mid, really trying to control it. TassS can move in front of the flames, and Salso got flashed at just the right time. Mid control taken. Movistar Riders have pushed elsewhere through A, but this B site could still be susceptible to a push. How quick is that mid flank, though, from Movistar? Oh, 2 maybe. TassS completely caught out.
That's a lot of information for Heroic, but they won't realize 2 players are there because he was shot in the back. They need to get their escapes on. Alex has to be careful, though, when he chooses to push. If he goes down, the whole map is open once again. The timing of that smoke. They'll have plenty of sound cues of Heroic here as they hunt for something with the wallbangs. And now we'll have something of a stalemate. There's still a minute on the clock here. Now, Heroic don't know how much map control Movistar have. They don't know if anybody's in T-spawn. They don't know if anybody's lurking around the ramp behind the door, etc. So I think they're going to have to force their way into the B bomb site where they could be 3, maybe even 4 players as far as they are concerned. There might be challenge accepted from them. They've got a util starting to swing out. Stan with a team kill, but will it be traded? Stan will get 3 kills, including his teammate, swinging for a 4th. And now it's down to Alex. Not quite the ace, of course, because one of those 4 kills is his teammate. Tessus has the other one. Alex has the sound cue. He knows where Cadian is, which means if he heads to the site, he's got a chance for a 1 versus 1. There is a window, but Cadian's rotating back for that final kill and to take the map. Heroic have an absolute stinker on Ancient, and Movistar never had a chance.
Yeah, that's tough. Movistar Riders never got into it. I think they needed a strong start in that first half, and they nearly got there. They nearly won some of those early rounds, but Heroic just a cut above their opponents here on this first map.
Break time. When we're back, we'll look have more of a look into that one before we head into game number 2. We'll see you back here soon.